Hello. Hello, we are back. And yeah, a bit weird. I decided to go straight from Sherlock Holmes The Awakened into Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 because I'm back on my Frogware Sherlock bullshit. Now this game is actually the one that came before Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, and this was the one that started the reboot, like the new continuity for the Sherlock Holmes games. Before, like, up until The Devil's Daughter, it's all been like one continuity, and then after The Devil's Daughter, they restarted it with a new story, and this was like the first of the new stories, and then The Awakened was actually a sequel to Chapter 1. Even though The Awakened was a remake of a game from the original continuity that had come out in like 2007, I think. They when they remade it, they tied it into the new continuity and added in like references to like what happened in this game, which I hadn't played. And if you're wondering why I skipped this game and went from The Devil's Daughter to The Awakened, I don't really have a good answer for you. I don't really know why that happened. I kept meaning to buy this, and then I was just so excited. Like, the idea of The Awakened, like a remake, and it's all like eldritch horror and everything, just sounded so cool to me that I just skipped chapter 1 entirely. But now I feel like I made a really bad decision by not playing it because they kept referencing Cardona. And, they kept referencing Cardona in The Awakened, and I was like, God, I really wish I'd played that game so I had a clue what they were talking about here. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go back and play it. I'm just gonna do it, and they're just gonna have to be out of order. And that's just the way things are. So here we are, and I'm finally getting round to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. So, yeah, let's get into it, I suppose. So I think we're doing pretty much this. I think things will be pretty much the same as they were in why are what Bandit Layers? What is this? Ubisoft? John. Yeah, that's right. There's a different John in this game. Dialogue, disguises. Yeah, so trade you can buy things? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like the mechanics are going to be fairly similar to Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, but it does look as if there's some other stuff going on here. I'm intrigued. But yes, let's get into it. I'm so excited. I love these games so much. I don't know if I've mentioned that like 500 times before. Frogwares, you have my eternal devotion for your Sherlock Holmes games. I don't know. Who is Arthur Conan Doyle? Never heard of him. I only know Frogwares.
Ginger. That's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness.
Thank you for your support,
Okay,
John.
he's interesting.
Don't suppose you actually brought any ginger?
No, I don't get seasick.
Terrific.
Don't worry, Sherry. We've almost arrived at Cordona. I can see land through the porthole.
Wow,
So
he's
much for docking by
Cockney.
tea-time.
Oh great, my
The
bloody
captain seemed
controller's
more interested
running out of
in his
battery.
maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy?
Hang on.
Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
Ah, that's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
haven't restarted
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Ah, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together.
So yeah, so in this version of Sherlock Holmes, this is Sherlock's best friend, John, and he's not John Watson. He's a different John. And I don't really know anything about him as of yet, but I do remember in The Awakened and some of the like horror sections, he would like yell John and it was spelt with no H, which is this John, as opposed to John Watson, who's spelled with an H. So Look at this. Look at the freaking Winter Palace over here. But yeah, so what we learned there is that they're coming back to this place to go and see Sherlock's mother's grave. And John says, like, they...
Come on, catch up.
Yes, yes.
Welcome to the game, thank you. Ooh, look at his outfit, look at the chains, oh my god, look at emo Sherlock. Sherlock's going through his goth phase, I absolutely love it. He looks like a character from Vampire Knight, my goodness. Yeah, so John said, like, the place we grew up, so, like, he's some kind of childhood friend. But yeah, they did see, like, I did see... Ooh, hang on. That's interesting, because the casebook looks different in this one, but the casebook in Awakened looks pretty much like the casebook from Crimes and Punishments and The Devil's Daughter. So they changed it and then changed it back. But I don't know if that's just because it was a remake and they were trying to keep it like the old game. I was gonna say, right, in here it does say, like, John... meet John, Sherlock's best friend. Listen to what John says, he can be very helpful. He keeps a personal diary with multiple sections. Inside he chronicles Sherlock's adventures. The notes are John's personal diary where he expresses his thoughts and attitudes towards Sherlock's actions. In the Condorno section you can find interesting documents from the cases, historical facts about Cardona and more. The consequences tab is filled with newspapers that are available to purchase after finishing certain cases. Be sure to check with newspaper traders after you finish a case, perhaps they'll have a new story for you to add to your collection. In Heritage you will find stored all the information relating to Sherlock's family, memories and special items. You can find these as you play through cases. Most of them can be found during the My Story cases. The last section is the collectibles, where descriptions of collectibles are stored. You can dress John up for an occasion. His wardrobe can be found beside Sherlock's. Yeah, so, right, John's diary. I see. So we've got Sherlock's Mind Palace, we've got Sherlock's casebook, John's diary, a map, our wardrobe. Okay. Okay, move around, press X, interact.
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden. Follow the sound of my voice.
I am very surprised that he's Cockney, because Sherlock, Mycroft, and Watson are very decidedly not Cockney. Oh wow, we've got a compass. Oh, that's distracting.
Welcome to Il Palazzo de Lusso, sir. If you need something, sir, please inquire at reception.
So where on earth is Cardona? What country are we in? Right, come along, John. Fake John.
Welcome to Il Palazzo
John,
de
not
Lusso,
Watson.
sir. We just need your signature.
And we just breaking in. Just breaking in. He looks so stylish. Is that a handbag? It's like strapped to his leg. God, he's so styling. I cannot go over this. It's the most stylish Sherlock I've ever seen in my life. Don't know, should I go and frolic about? I never know. Like, should I frolic about first or should I do the thing that's right in front of me? This is very fancy. Where are we? Is it a hotel? I guess it's a hotel. Here's John.
Come on, finish up the formalities so we can get off our feet.
Would you kindly sign these papers, sir?
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you.
Oh,
I
funny.
see it was reserved for 2 people.
Room
Would
221,
you like
eh?
a second?
Funny.
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very good. Rooms are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cardona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view.
It's interesting as well because, like, in The Awakened, like, we got to see them in 221B and it was the same flat from the original game. So, like, even though they rebooted the continuity, like, they kept the same, like, location. Obviously, 221B is the location, but, like, they kept the same actual look, like, they used the same assets. So it's just curious because, like, we are, like, it is a different timeline, but it's not radically different because I suppose there's only so much you can do with Sherlock Holmes. But John without an H, is definitely a new interesting addition because I have no idea who he is. and he's certainly an interesting addition to the series. Okay, that's 225. That's very pretty look. 226. So I'm going the wrong way, but we might as well explore. Although I don't think there's really anything to look at here. Is this got motion blur or something? Because something about the camera is hurting my head. Or maybe it's just because I've got a headache today. But like, I feel like the camera is swinging at quite a speed. But I could be wrong. I am just very, very sensitive to video games. 223, 222, 221.
I apologise, sir, but your room is not yet ready.
Well, fuck
Perhaps
you.
in the meantime you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight the restaurant is offering a complimentary marlin ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer.
Complimentary Marlon... Who? Marlon Brando. What is he? I have no idea what that is.
Sherry, just our luck.
Sherry. Who is this guy? Thing is, like, you all know I ship John Locke so hard in these games, like, especially the last one, like, The Awakened, like, Sherlock and John were given such gay vibes, but now I'm like, is this his boyfriend? Like, is this the other, should I be shipping this John Locke? Who is this? Like...
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
It's Derek
Excuse me,
Okora.
sir, but I believe Mr. Galich is conducting a séance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait
It's like,
drawn while you were-
Elton John by the looks of it.
Pardon me.
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art as the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Sherlock, you're such a dick. Be nice.
Come now, Sherry, what did he do to deserve that? The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
This John is very pretty though, I have to say. Also, note that like my face, I realise it's so incredibly red. I am very, very hot. It's very warm here today, and I am absolutely boiling. From trying to get the stream set, well not the stream, but like the video set up and everything, just kind of made me even warmer. So my face is currently beetroot. Just ignore it, please.
The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar,
Okay,
Sherry.
say the same
You
thing.
should
Fair
grab us some,
enough.
and I'll
Let's
find
go and
us
get some. I have no idea what
Okay,
ceviche
time
is.
to check if John found us a nice table for the evening.
Can I talk to this guy?
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch.
Benedict's
Poached
batch?
eggs with hollandaise sauce.
You mean like Benedict Cumberbatch? Benedict's batch. Oh my god. Frogwares, you are so silly. Where did he go? Is that him?
Sherry, I'm over here with my new Ursine companion.
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
What were you
The
thinking?
game is afoot.
Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
Deliver it to him. Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
No matter how long you stare at the stick, it's not going to walk itself to its owner.
Okay, so we're doing a little tutorial and investigating here.
The cane is made of ebony, it's worn uncared for, and bears the scars of numerous hits. The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon. A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right, I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
Sherlock can ask bystanders about a piece of evidence. Press blah to open. I don't know what that button is called. Open the casebook, pen the evidence. Okay, so we're doing the same we were doing before. Yeah, cool, right. So yeah, we need to pen evidence like we do in the other game. It is so interesting that they, like, the fact that in Awakened they had the same style as they did from Crimes and Punishments and The Devil's Daughter, but this one they've got a completely different style. I just find that really interesting. I don't know what made them go back, other than the fact that it's a remake. But even then, like, they didn't have to, just because it's a remake. Because I don't know if it looked like that in The Awakened or not. It might not have looked anything like that. Okay, basically we know all that. Yeah, stolen from a temple. If it was so heavy that it could break any bone. Have to inquire with the other guests. Alright, here we go. Here's some info. I arrived at Cardona, the island where I spent my childhood, accompanied by my only friend, John. Oh, that's so sad. It's late evening, but I have a room booked at the Hotel Il Palazzo Deluso. I simply need to check in with the receptionist. It seems as if I must spend a night here before I can visit my mother's grave. Blah blah blah, the room isn't ready. Okay. This guy, maybe?
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
Well, fuck you.
Help me, please.
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
There were 3 people at the table, a couple and a retired Navy officer. Observers weren't sure what happened to the couple, but the Navy officer was seen going out to the front garden for some air. I have to find
even with
him.
your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
Okay, so we're using our concentration skills in the garden. Ooh. English artist sympathetic, harms animals. Swedish author sympathetic, polyglot. Swedish judge, retired military officer, friendly. Albanian aristocrat, lived in a ship, affable. This is interesting. German accountant, former singer, affable. Albanian adventurer, enjoys walks in open air, affable. Italian tourist, friendly, illiterate. It said a British nobleman, but none of these people... Like, this guy here, it says retired military officer. But he's Swedish. This guy's the only one who's retired military, so should we try talking to him?
Could you help me?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
Oh, here we go. The Navy officer, Mr. Rhodes, was sitting at our table with the noble couple. The men talked about yachting, and the lady was fidgeting with the cane. Perhaps she put it aside and her husband forgot to take it when they went to meet the medium. Now I have a perfect excuse to enter the seance room.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show.
I can give the cane back to its owner. What's up here? Did we go up here? Oh yeah, we did. So, where is the seance? Is it through here?
Come on, if you hurry, perhaps we'll see the ghost.
Oh, John's gonna play us a little ditty. Oh, of course. I was gonna say, so you can open the door and there's a murder, but I mean...
Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made...
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
Because I'm Sherlock Holmes. Here we go. Red face, swollen reddish skin. Expensive new clothes. I forgot there was a package coming, hang on. Yeah, I completely forgot there was an Amazon package, but going to be delivered this evening. Whoops. Anyway, now I need to try and... How many times am I going to have to get up during this stream? Recording, whatever. Rich and fashionable. What we got? A head of garlic doesn't wear a wedding ring. Recently hit someone with 4 slightly red knuckles. So... We've got, judging by the heraldic emblem on his signet ring and cane, I can be fairly certain that this man is Lord Craven, a noble Englishman in the habit of visiting resorts to receive treatment for his liver malady. His florid face indicates he has succumbed to the temptation to drink a few shots of alcohol. Perhaps he was unsettled by the seance. By his red knuckles, I presume that he takes boxing lessons to strengthen his physical condition. Already annoyed by the disappearance of his cane, he is now infuriated by the theft of a diamond, unsurprisingly. Or, judging by the heraldic emblem in his signet ring cane, I can fairly certain that this man is Lord Craven, a bored rich English nobleman who travels around Europe squandering his money. His florid face indicates he has a problem with alcohol. He is still physically strong and healthy, but in a few years' time he'll be wretched. Being constantly drunk, he has issues with his temper. His red knuckles reveal that he's severely beaten at least one person quite recently. His anger issues, mixed with alcohol and contrariety, make him a violent person. I think it's that one.
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Lord Garlic.
Simply marvelous.
Oh, he loves
That's
it.
me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this. You insist the medium robbed you during the seance. But what occurred exactly?
Ah! It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands, as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend
Emma's
her,
having a bad
attacking
day.
that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a séance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting
Like
him
a
to
Maharaja?
converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
I love how funny this Sherlock is. Like, he
Find
just comes
the
out with
stone,
some
Mr.
great
Holmes,
lines.
and quickly.
Is that the
This
ectoplasm?
must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm. The ghost was here, Sherry.
Ghost is here. It's
There are light
freaking
traces
a
of rouge
mess.
on the edge of this wine glass.
Bubble groove.
The diamond was
Why not?
placed on the
I
table
can-
so that all
13-inch
participants could
diameter.
reach it.
104 carat diamond. 104? That's pretty decent.
Half a glass of Balblair scotch and the remains of a Paul Aranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need?
The ghost is here, there's no reason to shake, it's fake. Alright, where's my fifth one? Here we go again with me not being able to find the bloody evidence. So I haven't recovered from that final bit in the lighthouse when I just could not find that bit of evidence for love nor money. Why does this always happen? Just want to see if I can inspect it from another position, but I can't. Like, this is the position. Switching the positions for you. Cooking in the kitchen, then in the bedroom. These games hate me. That is literally the only, like explanation for this.
Pale skin, quickened pulse, unsteady breathing. She's barely conscious. The feebleness of women.
Really, Sherry?
Oh, Sherlock.
Poor thing.
Quite a display for the tremulous visitor.
How can you not love this stuff, Sherry? It adds so much atmosphere to the room.
Was this covered on purpose?
Of course. It is very dangerous to leave a mirror exposed during a séance. The spirits may become enraged.
Or someone may notice the trick they should not see.
I love how John just standing in the corner, just coming out with random quips, just saying shit. Just saying any old shit. Oh my god, why is he playing a guitar?
What happened
Who
here?
is this
I don't
man?
The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait. I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But the stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Two main palace clues.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
Ooh, I love the ambience. Nice and creepy.
Genuinely infuriate me so much that I can't find the fifth piece of evidence in this fucking table. I don't understand how this keeps happening. Like, there's not a fifth thing here to look at. Like, what? How? I mean, like, I love these games, and then 2 minutes later, like, I hate these games so much. Right. Right, where's our main palace? Museum Looker doesn't know how the diamond can disappear. He says he performed the summoning and the spirit appeared, at which point Lady Craven screamed and pointed across the table. The lady fainted and the seance was stopped. It was at this time they noticed that the stone had disappeared. Lord Craven became angry, punching Luca in the face, and is now accusing him of thievery. The medium blames the ghost for the diamond's disappearance. Interesting. Okay, main palace looks a bit different to what I was expecting, but okay. Lady Craven faced the window. During the seance, Lady Craven's place at the table was opposite a window to the courtyard. She pointed across the seance table at something and screamed. Lord Craven punched the medium. So what do I do here? Choose your current case, select a clue, combine it with a relevant one, get new evidence in your case but make a new deduction. Okay, so like this? Ah, so kind of more like the system from like Crimes and Punishments, kind of. Where you would connect two pieces, yeah, you would connect two pieces of evidence and it would give you a deduction rather than the one from The Awakens where you're linking evidence from three different categories to come to a conclusion. The courtyard witness. Lady Craven was pointing at the window. I'm sure she saw someone in the courtyard during the seance. That would make sense. Okay, that's all we've got for now. This means look around, I think. Like... yeah, search location, inquire with the people, pin the evidence, talk, use concentration, research in the archives, find a use, take a photograph, that's new, disguise yourself. John wants to challenge you? Perform a chemical analysis. Okay, so yeah, that one means... Ooh. Notes. How does Sherry always know exactly what to do to get the answer? There are so many variables, incredible. One question, one answer, bravo Sherry. He did it. I should have bet on something more difficult, like finding the man with his eyes closed. I won the bet. It seems the seance went south. I don't know what happened yet, but I doubt spirits are responsible for the punch to Luca Galici's face. Maybe the man him can explain. I've got so much stuff, I just feel like I'm just sitting reading stuff. I just want to make sure I'm up to date, I know what I'm talking about here. Oh! This door opens. Ooh! A pool! Oh, we can't go in it, that's such a shame. I wanted to get him soaking. This looks lovely. This is lovely. This is, oh my goodness, it's not got a roof. Oh, this is gorgeous. Right, who the fuck are you? No? No? Why can I come out here if there's nothing to look at? Wait, well, where the heck am I now? Okay, I think I've left the crime scene. I'm gonna go out on a limb and think that I've kind of wandered off here. Right, so what am I working on? I'm just meant to be finding the diamond. Yeah, she saw something out the window, so yeah. We are meant to be kind of looking out here then. I don't know if there's actually... I need to pin that by any chance? It doesn't say I need to pin it. Can I pin? Again, taking my time to try and figure out the mechanics. That was the same problem I had last time where I spent ages just trying to figure out how to play the game. Because they're always slightly different. Alright, we're back at reception. Unless knowing my luck, I need to find that 5th piece of evidence on the table. I'm gonna have to pull out my walkthrough because I don't even have one loaded up yet. Holmes. Chapter 1. It'd be cool if I could spell. Almost all trophies are missable. We love that. We love that. Right. We've done the portrait. Clues in the room. Oh, wow. Look, right, yeah, the final clue is this stupid brooch. That's what I keep looking at, and it's not... Are you kidding? How many times have I looked at that? Oh, be that way.
This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms.
Ah, seems like you're ready
go.
to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
Key evidence collected, yeah, would be the one that I couldn't
Visitor
find.
outside the window.
Ah, I hope it was the ghost of the Raja.
Yeah, like, the whole time I was like, that brooch looks like it would be evidence, but every time I scrolled over it, it wasn't turning yellow, so I was like, well... But then it would at the last minute work, wouldn't it? So, right. That one is... What does this one mean? Use concentration. Okay. On what? Oh, in the courtyard? Okay, fair dues. Right. Owns a pen in the shape of a moth. This is relevant somehow. Now we can look for evidence out here. Recently scratched, something stuck. A stiletto?
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
Where's John? Why is John in the pool?
Ghost hunting. This case gets more exciting by the minute.
He's on his feet in the pool. Track someone's movements, first pin the relevant evidence to the screen, then enter concentration mode. Sherlock will intuit the approximate paths to stay within search area. I found a broken heel and scratches I can track. Okay. Where do the scratches begin? Wait. Where am I? Oh, hang on. Ah, here we are. Ooh. A shoe.
Close to more. All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe.
So it was a maid.
Size 4 with a broken heel.
I'm a size 4 as
definitely not the ghost
well.
of a Raja. Unless... No, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
This reminds me of the fairy tale, Sherry. Will you find your princess?
No, because this princess is John Watson. Right, here's a maid.
Excuse me, just one question.
You look like an honorable man.
I love the way that they do
I
these.
have some information for you.
Like, no one ever just says, like, yeah, I can help. They always come out with some really random statement that doesn't really feel like it fits. It's bizarre. The staff said Lucia got a scolding, or Lucia got a scolding from the chief steward for wearing common shoes at work. She should be cleaning near the pictures upstairs now. Ooh, new entry in John's diary. Sometimes I truly believe Sherry can never be mistaken. I'm so proud to be by his side. Oh, how cute. Right, where are the paintings upstairs? Oh, here's some paintings. You're not a maid. You?
This painting looks authentic, but it's just a talented imitation.
Can you talk about all the paintings?
Whoa, what a breathtaking man. Those are the sharp eyes of a man with a bright mind. Almost like mine.
You two do be talking shite though.
With skills like that, this biblical lady could get a job in Scotland Yard. Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No, no. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
Sherry, apparently.
A precious diamond was stolen during the seance. Lord Craven entrusted me with its recovery.
I'm sorry, sir, but we are forbidden to discuss the private matters of our guests.
Are you also forbidden from peeking into private rooms, Miss?
Saletta. Lucia Saletta, sir.
Tell me, Miss Saletta, what would your manager say if he knew you were spying on guests?
Sherlock, stop being a dick.
Please, sir, don't tell him. I have a family. I need this work.
I won't, but only if you answer my questions truthfully. And don't play coy. I can tell. Describe what happened during the seance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes! She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.
My eyes are itching again.
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
Sherlock's such a dick.
Girl, Sherry, did she really deserve that?
Exactly.
We all got what we wanted. She talked. I stay silent.
Oh, let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
The ghost. Oh, sir, I'll remember it forever.
Okay, we need to go and look in the seance
Let's
room.
get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
So John's like Sherlock's conscience. Like he keeps saying every time Sherlock's a dick, John's in the background. Like, Sherlock, you didn't need to be such a dick. And I mean, they're right. This is probably the long way for a shortcut, to be honest. But I get to go through the pretty pool, so it's a win. Like, this is gorgeous. I love this.
Lady Craven retired to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff reported that the medium was locked in his room.
So, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past and interact with the node to begin, then recreate an accurate version of events. Okay, so we know how to do this. I'm not very good at it, but we know how to do it. Wait, why am I John? Oh, weird, okay. Because, like, Sherlock does this himself in the next game. Right, so we've got... Do we need to do... Is she one, or is she just there? She's just there. Right, so we've got... him with a chair. Her. It's not her. We know it's not her. Right, so we know she's sitting there, because she was looking out the window. What way were the other two sitting? He said about him not wanting to see something in the mirror, so maybe that means that the guest sits over here?
It all began when the lady screamed and...
Yay, I got it.
Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here. I guess I should discuss all of this with Lady Craven.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
If the lady was touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish? Oh, I love the ambience.
Sounds mad.
It's creepy.
Right, so... we need to go and talk about... the lone servant tells me that the Craven's room number 226 is upstairs. We also have a new Main Palace clue. Right, so... I think 226 is over here. 223... 224... Nope, it actually isn't. I am an idiot. 225...
Lady Craven?
226. Gossip. When you see an ear icon, hold X to try and filter out important words from useless chatter. What do I do? What actions by Lady Craven aroused suspicion by the maids? Start. Made her husband drunk? The chef steals food. Son's bad acquaintances? Oh. Oh no, balls it up. Did I get another shot?
Lady Craven is...
Right. No. No. Yes. No. No. No.
Lady Craven is not who she seems. Remember her behavior?
Okay, what? How am I getting this wrong? Right, no, no. Okay, right.
Lady Craven is...
I'm gonna try the fish one. No? I'm doing really well at this, actually. Like, I'm actually really good at this
Lady
game.
Craven?
No? Something just made a really loud noise outside. Right. So it scribbles them out if they're wrong. So I must have got
Lady
those other
Craven?
two right. There we go. Woohoo! Jeez. The walls have ears. Overheard two staff members talking about Lady Craven. They gossip that the woman may not be the wife of Lord Craven. By their observations, she was on the lookout during the evening while trying to get Lord Craven drunk. They also noticed that the lady was unsure how to properly use a fish knife. Okay. New entry in John's diary. What a marvellous occasion, witnessing theft by a ghost. Who would have anticipated such a thrilling evening? No one noticed our presence while we were listening in, and we learned everything we needed. A perfect operation. Right, here we go. Into the thick of it! Oh shit! What happened?
You're here, at last. I didn't do that. I swear. I found her this way.
Well, I did have some questions for her, but it seems I've arrived too late.
Sherlock.
Now it's a matter for the police.
Mr. Holmes, you said it yourself. They're children. They'll only make things worse. You promised me you would investigate.
Sorry, I'm
Investigate a
tired.
theft, not a murder. Fear not. I will tell them all I've uncovered.
Please, help me. The police will surely accuse me of Emma's death. You were the only one who can find the truth.
Fine, but only because it's slightly more interesting than the walls of my room. Tell me what
Sherlock's
happened.
like, yeah, I'll solve a
After
murder,
you
I'm
left,
bored.
I waited in the seance room until the servants locked up
I ain't
Mr.
nothing better to do.
Gallici, the medium.
And was your mistress there too?
Oh, so you know? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Regardless, the staff took Emma to her room. She was still feeling dizzy.
So you didn't follow her. Interesting. Is Mr. Gallici still being held? And where did the servants secure him?
He's in room 225. But that pigeon-livered man at the reception desk refused to give me the key.
Well, I will have to visit reception myself then. Perhaps he will listen to reason. Where did you go instead?
To the bar. It had been almost an hour.
I see. And how long did you stay?
I partook of a well-earned whiskey or two before retiring upstairs. Ask anyone there.
Now we arrive at the tragedy at hand. So what transpired after your detour to the bar?
I headed up to my room to find Emma on the bed. I didn't pay her much attention at first. I was still preoccupied with that damned medium. But when I realized she was silent, I drew closer and discovered she was dead.
He doesn't seem particularly broken up about it.
There beside her.
Oh, well, that is splendid news.
Yeah, we solved it, we can go
Splendid.
home.
The return of the diamond will be cold comfort if I live out my days in a jail cell. You must help me.
Let me see what I can find.
Loving the old, like the old English spelling of jail.
Why am I not surprised?
Literally, why is there always a murder?
Do something about it, Holmes. I did not do it. You know that.
Yeah, well, do I though? Do I? Alright, so I need to pin the explanation. We don't have John like Watson. We don't have Watson to give us his expert opinion on the dead
Everything was
body,
tipped
which is
out of the
unfortunate.
bed as if it was searched. This must be the missing diamond. A tremendous specimen, now forever tainted.
Still a pretty diamond though. She has looked
Strangled
better.
with bare hands, judging by the bruises.
Do you think she stole the stone?
It's certainly possible, but we won't get her confession now.
Well, there is a professional medium right next door.
To be fair, she's not, like, done a very good job of stealing it, considering she's, like, still there holding it, so, you know.
Fard Rouge Calomel Mascara, a real altar of beauty for the travelling temptress.
Too shallow, false bottom.
A neat hiding place. Why would she conceal all of this?
Oh, the brooch with the
This ring looks
the
out
moth.
of place among the others, and the design is familiar. Several £1,000s, that's quite a fortune.
Here we go again, me unable to find the last piece of evidence. Oh, there we go. It's the other ring. Virtuous. God, this is really hard to read. Fine, Sherlock, tell me what it says.
Virtus audacta sapit. Courage tastes bold. A unique family motto.
The mystery deepens. A victim with a checkered past and poor taste.
So we should be able to connect the moth pin and the moth ring. Which reveals Luca and Emma could have met before. Luca and Emma both have jewelry with the same moth design. Could they have something in common? What else have we got clues wise? Strangled. Okay, probably not much. Right, so we need to talk about the ring and the jewels. But we also need to look at this door. Ordinary cheap brass, weak lock.
Remarkably simple lock.
My computer's telling me it's turned on storage settings. I have no idea what that is. Okay, we want to ask about the
I
hidden
found these
jewels.
jewels secreted away. Are you familiar with them?
Ah, it cannot be so. That deceptive
You're
wagtail.
low on
How
disk
could she
space.
do
Am I
this?
really? Oh, crikey,
Sounds
I
like a
am.
yes.
Wow.
These
I need
items
to
were
delete some
supposedly
stuff.
stolen from us during our trip. I must have spent hours reporting it all to the police. And it turns out she had them all along. The trollop. I'd kill her myself were she not dead already.
That's not great. Lord Craven was extremely annoyed when he saw the jewels. He believed that all of them were stolen during their trip. He had many problems due to the scandals after the thefts. He's admitted to kill Emma for such unfaithfulness if she weren't already dead. So she has been stealing stuff the whole time, and he thought that someone else was stealing it, but actually it was her.
Do you recognize this ring?
Should I? It's a third-rate piece if ever I've seen one. I'd never buy something like this.
Did you ever see Miss Emma wearing it?
No. And why should she? I gave her enough jewelry that she could wear a superior ring every day of the week.
Okay. So we still need to look around the crime scene. We can ask someone else about the ring. Emma was stealing from Lord Craven. Can we pair that up with this? No? Ah. The murderer left the diamond. Whoever killed Emma left the diamond inside her body, or Lord Craven caught Emma with the stone. Lord Craven returned to the room just as Emma was hiding the diamond and caught her off guard. I'm not sure yet. Who do I need to ask? Who else do I need to ask about the ring? Doesn't say anything.
So young and so dead. Another mystery to investigate, my friend.
Do something about it, Holmes. I did not do it. You know that.
Oh, there's stuff here. Letter regarding the stolen ring. Dear sir, I have to inform you that the theft investigation continues. However, the ring has not yet been found. We had a free L.O. Dupont, the servant. We had to free L.O. Dupont, the servants, as we're unable to find the evidence of participation in the crime. We will inform you of any progress in this case. Lieutenant Gavreau, Marseille Police. So we're in France. I wasn't
Someone
sure.
was not happy with his post? Someone was not happy with his post?
Who else can I ask? Oh, Lord Craven told me he spent some time at the bar before coming upstairs. Should I go to the bar? Rightly pen evidence. Yeah, that's all fine.
Sorry. Maybe a guest noticed him.
Hey, you're
Now
here.
you're in your element, Sherry.
Machete.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
See what I mean about the way that they respond? It's bizarre. I found a witness who advised that Lord Craven spent only a short time in the bar after he left the seance room. Okay. But we still need to ask someone. We need to ask about this, and we need to ask about the ring. Thief framed the servants. The thief had stolen from the Lord Craven shop, was setting up the servants to cover their tracks. Can these two pair up? Oh, they can. Lord Craven had time to kill Emma. Lord Craven had enough time to kill Emma before I arrived. Or the window of opportunity. The murderer had time to kill Emma while Lord Craven was drinking downstairs. Another interesting thing, because in Awakened, you didn't actually have the option to make any like decisions. You just did the story. Like there was no way of getting it wrong. You just followed the narrative. Whereas this one's back to being like you actually have to make a deduction. You have to figure it out for yourself rather than the game just giving you the answer because you had to follow the story. You didn't have the opportunity to get it wrong. So that's interesting. But that also means now I have to actually use my brain, which I'm not very good at. How does Sherry always know exactly what to do to get the answer? There are so many variables, incredible. Okay, he's already said that once. Stop saying the same things, John. Right. So who am I supposed to ask?
Help me, please.
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't.
I mean, can I ask about the ring? Oh wait, it's still saying that I'm supposed to look around the crime scene. Did I miss something?
Is this familiar to you?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
If Sherlock keeps asking the same thing to every person we meet, I'll go mad. Doesn't he realise something's not working? Oh, so John talks about like he like gives you advice in the book as well. Which one's the right room? 226. Right, so did I miss something in here? Because it's still showing that I need to look around the crime scene. Oh. Letter regarding compensation. Lord Craven, you promised me compensation for your gross misconduct in order to cover the cost of my treatment and quell the scandal, yet I've not received a penny. You know that I lost my job after your false accusations. Now, even after my innocence has been proven, I can't return to work because of my hand injury. If you continue to ignore me, I shall be forced to appeal before the court. Or appeal to the court. Mind Palace. Okay, I think... Oops. It still says look around in here. Anyway, it says I need to go to my Mind Palace, so... Lord Craven had to pay compensation for beating the servants. So these two are both about... No? These two are both about servants. Although, or. These two are both about punching people. There we are. Lord Craven cannot control his temper. Lord Craven is an unstable man who cannot manage his anger. Yeah, I think we can definitely say that's true. Right, what am I missing? Who am I supposed to ask this about? Oh, right, I was supposed to go... Right, I forgot about that. They did mention that I was supposed to go to reception and get the key. Admittedly, that was a thing that someone said, and I've went the long way again. So that I can go and talk to the medium. We're over an hour, but I'm just gonna keep going for now.
Give me the key to Luca Galici's room. I need to talk to him about the events of the séance.
I suppose you are an impartial outsider.
I feel like we must be...
But please do not give it to Lord Craven. We do not want to see our reputation damaged further.
Awkward. They still don't know what a nasty surprise awaits upstairs.
Hush. No need to cause another ruckus. The last thing we want is the police to come meddling.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want our reputation sullies. It's like, yeah, there's a dead woman up the stairs, but never mind. Yeah, I forgot about that. We need to get the key so we can talk to the medium. So we'll go do that now. But yeah, I think we're getting near the end of this case, so I'll just keep going for now, rather than stopping and starting again. Right, the way that John can get into a room before I even get there is making me ponder a thing. Because, like, he was behind me, and then I opened the door and he was already in here. I'm having questions about John.
You always take me to the best of places, Sherry.
Do you always travel with your books, Mr. Galici?
I do. In my line of work, one needs resources available to help deal with the unpredictable and unworldly.
He sounds like Zevran. I love it.
I'm afraid I can wait no longer to hear your account of the séance, Mr. Galici. So please, tell me what you saw.
Lady Craven wanted to meet the spirit of the Raja. My conjuration was successful. Perhaps even too successful. I am sure the spirit was the only one who could have taken the diamond. Lord Craven needs to leave me alone.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the spirit, to be completely honest.
Of course. I didn't take anything. And spiritual phenomena are beyond their control. Or should I summon the ghost again so they may attempt to handcuff it?
I think I would prefer to begin my investigation in the physical realm.
Okay, we're gonna observe. Slight discoloration, used a lot of makeup. Bleeding nose, took a heavy blow. Thin elongated fingers, trained in sleight of hand. How can you elongate your fingers just because you're good at sleight of hand? Skinny! He's skinny legend! Drawn complexion, skinny, seems malnourished. I mean, being malnourished probably doesn't make you a skinny legend, but... Scratch wrist, fresh scrape, slightly bleeding. I mean, yeah, he was in a fight. Luca Galici's as lean and appears malnourished, his nose is bleeding from a heavy punch. He used makeup to hide traces of his illness from malnourishment. His hands and thin fingers indicate he is skilled at conjuring tricks used to manipulate concealed items. He has fresh scratches and scrapes on his wrist from a recent and short fight. I think he tries his best as a medium, but his business doesn't go well, and he sometimes has to go without food. Or, Luca Galici is lean and appears malnourished, now he's bleeding. Definitely those of a thief, trained in the delicate work of pickpocketing. He uses makeup to hide possible jail tattoos. He has fresh scratches and scrapes on his wrist from a recent short fight. I believe he's more criminal than medium. Well, that one doesn't mention the malnourishment, so I feel like it needs to be the top one.
I have shocking news that changes your situation entirely. Oh, no, wait. What am I thinking? The spirits will have told you this already.
I'm not in the necessary state for summoning. The spirits prefer clarity
Sherlock
of
is such a
mind
dick.
and
I love him.
Please, tell me.
Lady Craven died in the very next room while you were in here. Did you not hear anything?
What?
So sleepy.
In fact, I did hear noises. That Craven is a very loud man. But I never thought he would do that to his wife.
Well, you claim to be a medium. Perhaps you could ask her spirit why.
What? No, it's too dangerous.
Oh well, at least I can make the dead talk. Those scratches on your hands look rather painful. What happened to you?
It was those savage servants. They were so rough bringing me here as if I was trying to escape. When I'm free, I'll demand compensation.
Okay, what evidence are we providing? Can we ask him about the ring?
That's a remarkable pin of yours, Mr. Galici. Does it have any meaning?
The butterfly? It's a reminder of a time in which I was truly happy.
What a coincidence. Lady Craven had a ring with the same design.
A coincidence indeed. I suspect it is a common theme in jewellery.
Okay, do we think that, like, Mr. Galici and Emma were, like, some kind of thieving duo who, like, worked together to, like, steal shit? Is that what he's implying?
This is all just a big misunderstanding. The spirits confirm it.
A familiar
I don't think
substance.
they do.
It's the ectoplasm that stained the seance table, but this time there's enough for analysis.
Yeah, we get to do an analysis. We love that. Letter of invitation. Dear Luca, I hope you have time to visit our estate and perform another seance. Since I was last able to speak to my husband through you, I feel that my life has changed completely. I cannot wait until I can speak to him again. I'm anxious for your visit. Sincerely yours, Countess Lamore.
Tools and accessories for masterful prestidigitation.
I have no idea what prestidigitation means.
Weapons and defences against visitors from the great beyond.
Where did he go? Where is he? What the hell? He wasn't there a minute ago.
Bilge, balderdash and baloney, the lot of them.
See now, right, I do believe in psychic mediums and I have my reasons. Members of my family have been to see a medium who his response and what he said was just too accurate, too specific, with information that just could not have been gathered. Obviously, you know, we often question, you know, are they using social media? Are they looking up on your Facebook? Are they trying to see, you know, who do you know that's passed away that they can draw on? But he came out with things that had no information on the internet. There was no reason. He said things about the dynamic of my family that generally probably would have been seen as inappropriate to say to someone unless they were true. You know what I mean? Like, he said things about the kind of difficult dynamic of my family that I just don't think would have been appropriate for someone to say unless you actually knew what you were talking about. And it was just so incredibly spot on with information that he truly could not have gathered from the internet, that I truly believe that he's real, and that I truly believe that he did communicate with my family. So I believe in spiritual mediums. I do also believe that there are a lot of charlatans out there who prey on people's grief and use that to try and make money, and they just say things like, I'm getting someone whose name begins with a J, and when they don't know, they're like, oh, maybe it's not, maybe it's a D? And, you know, they just keep saying shit. Like, you know, I think there are true mediums, and there are people who pretend to be mediums. But I do believe in mediums. I do believe in that there are spirits. I do believe in the other side. I'm not religious, but I am spiritual in that way. I do believe in the spirits. So I don't like when people say that, like, every medium is lying, because I don't believe that at all. I do truly believe that we live in a world that ghosts and spirits exist, and that there are those who can communicate with them. But I do think that this guy right here is probably a lying asshole, and Sherlock's right to call him out for it. Right, Main Palace. So okay, so we want to do the ectoplasm analysis. Okie dokie, what are we doing here? Drag out 2 reagents. Link the reagents to an operation, drag out an operation, combine so the result matches the formula, link your result to the target formula. I don't understand any of that. But okay. Let's see. Right, what am I doing now? Oh wait, hold on. Chemical operations. Success! If you say so. The reaction shows that it is rubber latex mixed with phosphorus. As much as this chemical element is dangerous to hold in the mouth, I am quite disappointed. I expected to find something trickier. gutted. Right, the main palace. Okay. Luca's scratches were left by the servants. While roughly escorting Luca to be locked in his room, the servants mistreated and scratched him. Luca and Lord Craven were neighbours. Oh, they're neighbours and the lock could be picked. That's probably useful. The lock between the two hotel rooms was weak. Luca could pick it easily. Could these two be connected? They are, or can be. Luca's scratches were left by servants, or Luca got the scratches while Emma was fighting for her life. So we're saying that Luca might have killed her. And these two are connected. Emma had a history of deceit. Emma was a thief, but made Lord Craven believe the servants were stealing. She'd done it throughout their trip. Oh! Luca could know Emma was a thief. If their paths had crossed in the past, Luca could well know that Emma's predilection for thievery. Okay, right. So we need to make some decisions here, I think. Because I think... Oh, we can talk about this.
Medium has burst, just like a rubber balloon.
So we can talk about
Do you realize
this.
just how dangerous it is to hold phosphorus in the mouth?
I beg your pardon?
I'll bet it makes your rubber balloons glow impressively in the dark, but you'll regret it when the hypertension and vomiting sets in.
You mock my talents, sir. You shouldn't be so flippant about things beyond your earthly understanding. How ignorant one must be to compare a spirit's ectoplasm with balloons.
It was merely a word of caution. We both know how match factory workers look after several years on the job.
Okay. So I think we need to make a deduction here. We need to make a thing. So... I think it was Luca. Just because the evidence, like, these two are probably had a history. He could have picked the lock. He might have been a thief in the past, although I said that he wasn't, but that was one of the two options. He's obviously a liar. We don't, like, well, I was going to say they're Lord Craven, but then Lord Craven didn't know that she'd been stealing from him until after she was already dead. Like, we told her that, and he was outraged, and then said I would have killed her if I'd, you know, if she wasn't already dead. So I don't think it was him. I think it must have been Luca. So I'm going to say that it's the options that relate to Luca. Luca could know Emma set him up. The medium Luca Glitchy could have known that Emma was a thief and that she was trying to frame him for her crime. Which then leads to Luca Glitchy as the murderer. Yeah, we're properly back in the old ones now. So, and then we get the option of what we want to do about it. Yeah, we're going right back to the olden days. This is lovely and refreshing after playing Awakened. So we can either bring him to justice, Luca Glitchy as a murderer, he couldn't stop himself from killing Emma even though he could have just told the police everything, or help Luca Glitchy escape. Luca fought for his life, given his checker pass. If he were arrested, nothing could save him from a death sentence, and Emma knew it. I will not stop him from fleeing to start a new life. He killed a woman, so... no. Wait, I'm confused. Is that wrong? Is that why it's not letting me proceed? Oh, right, I'm supposed... okay. I was gonna say, what? You need to talk to him, apparently. Ah, there we go.
Luca Glitchy, I know you murdered Lady Craven, and I can prove it.
That would be a grand story for the newspapers. But where's your proof? I was locked in here and could not hurt a fly.
Yes, the locked room. Good of you to mention it. I inspected the door between the rooms, and the lock on it is piteous. You could open it with a penknife.
So I am now a burglar, as well as a thief and a murderer?
Yes, basically.
As for the motive, it's obvious that you deduced that Lady Craven was the real thief. Of course, it helped that this was not your first encounter with Miss Emma.
I am... I don't know what you're talking about. How on earth can you believe this?
I think the police will easily find the proof when they browse their archives. Your wrists are bloodied, and there's no way a servant's manhandling could cause such an injury. It was Lady Craven as you strangled her.
You are fantasizing, Mr. Holmes.
Amado.
It is done, Luca. You will be arrested. Your best strategy now is to confess and hope your reasons were justified.
I don't know how you figured it out. But yes, I killed her. I had to. This woman could not get away with ruining my life twice.
Twice?
I knew Emma before she was a lady. I mean, she pretended to be noble back then too. But only so our gang, the Moths, could steal from those snobs. She betrayed us, stole all our money and disappeared, leaving us to rot in jail. I was young. I spent 3 years in that hell.
And tonight, she tried to set you up again. Did she recognize you?
She didn't. I came to her afterwards, pleading that she drop this farce, but she laughed in my face. I just remembered my time in the clink, all I suffered while she indulged. And I grabbed her throat.
No, I say she should be punished. She can't just go
Murder
around
is
killing
murder,
people.
Luca. You could have told Lord Craven the truth and seen Miss Emma's downfall, but you could not restrain yourself.
He would never believe me.
We will never know. Still,
Exactly.
perhaps a jury will be more easily swayed. If not, you'll get to see your friends in jail again soon.
We'll meet again, Holmes. I will get you in this life or the
now.
next. Get your hands off me.
He murdered the woman who put him in jail. Should we be worried?
Fear not, John. Unlike Miss Emma, I will see him coming.
Diamond in the rough.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene.
Kim, there are people that are dying.
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything, even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
A figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
Okay. Goes to the past case and place. I think we'll leave it there. We seem to move to a different location. I spent one night at the Il Palazzo del Lusa and fell into a criminal investigation. That's not how I imagined my time in Cordona, but the thrill of the case helped distract me from darker thoughts. Now it's time to go to the cemetery in Miner's End. There's a figure of a crying angel on Mother's tombstone. So we're off to do the next part of this case, where we're going to visit the mum. Or the mum's grave, at least. So Luca killed the lady, and I'm not entirely sure I blame him. It's up to the police now, but to me, Craven seems more despicable. Well, whatever you think, John, doesn't really matter, actually, because I'm the one playing the game. Okay, so I think we'll save it here. Do we get any clothes? I don't know. I don't think we have any clothes right now. Yeah, we don't really have anything. Yeah, so we'll leave it here, and we'll come back next time for more Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, and I will catch you then. No, not. It's not The Awakened. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. And I will catch you then. Thanks for watching. See you next time.